You need these 10 strategies if you're going to be copywriting for small businesses. Hey you, I'm Sarah Turner. I'm a medical copywriter and copywriting mentor, and writing for small businesses is really rewarding. A lot of people like to write for them because it feels like you're kind of like rooting for the underdog, helping out the small mom and pop shop. But it's also a lot of fun because you can have a big impact relatively quickly. And here's why. Many small businesses serve a particular area, meaning they're location based or at least located in a particular area. And that can make it a lot easier to hop in front of their audience with great SEO. So that's my first piece of advice. Include local SEO in anything that can be searched by Google. So that includes website copy, blogs. Those are going to be great opportunities for getting more people onto the website and finding the business that can solve the problem that they have. And one of the great things about location-specific keywords is they're generally a little bit easier to capture and to rank for in Google. I write for functional medicine doctors who have local practices, and so it's pretty easy for us to rank for the city or the town that they're in. The next piece of advice I have for you is to showcase positive reviews. Again, this is something that is really worth leveraging when it comes to writing for small businesses. And this can be on any type of copy that you do for them. Now, one of the great things about small businesses is oftentimes it's easier to get reviews, but they often forget to ask for reviews. So make sure your client is asking for reviews and incorporating it into your copy. The other thing about small businesses is oftentimes you're going to have those really loyal clients or those really loyal customers. And so make sure you take the time to reach out to them and ask them to write a review for you. Tell them how much it would mean for your business. Really, truly, anyone who loves your business is going to love writing you a review. But the big key here is you've got to remember to ask. And sometimes small businesses have a hard time asking, so take it on as your job as a copywriter. Reach out to those people on their behalf and ask for reviews. Sometimes being that middleman can really help take the pressure off. Another thing I'm going to recommend is that you make a killer frequently asked question page. This is a great opportunity, again, to incorporate really useful SEO keywords, but also to handle any objections, to get in front of the right people, and to get ahead of the actual questions that they're going to have. The next tip I have for you is to lower the readability grade level. One of my favorite tools for this is the Hemingway app, which is actually not an app, it's just hemingwayapp.com, so that can confuse people sometimes. But it's a really great tool for making sure that you're not writing in too high of a grade level. I try to always aim for like the 6th grade reading level, but because I write for doctors, it can be kind of hard to hit that level. So don't stress too much about it, but definitely be sure that you are making it really simple, easy to read and digest. And this isn't because your audience is dumb and needs it to be simplified for them. It's because they're busy and on the go. And they want to be able to digest the information as quickly as possible. The next thing that I have for you is to break up big walls of text. You've got to be sure that you're doing this. Remember, most people are looking at websites and other forms of copy on your phone. In fact, every time I write a piece of copy, I always open it up on my phone to see how it's showing up on mobile. So what that means is you're going to need to break up big walls of text. More often than not, having a paragraph more than even 2 sentences is kind of problematic these days. So try to keep it short, sweet, and succinct and make your formatting amazing. And my next tip is if you're writing something that, again, can use or leverage SEO, like blogs or website copy, don't forget to make sure you're including those location-based keywords in your meta tags, your meta descriptions, and your alt tags. Be sure that you're sprinkling it throughout. The next tip is to remember to turn your features into benefits, and so really dig into why customers who love your product or your service really love it. Ask them questions, take surveys. Surveys are one of my favorite things to do as a copywriter because you're going to get to hear feedback in their word choice, which is going to be so powerful for when you write your copy. This could also be a great foundation for a really wonderful case study, which is so powerful. The next thing I want to recommend that you do is use either blogs or emails to really help out your customer. Listen, this is something that a lot of small businesses forget to do or don't take the time to do, or quite frankly, just don't even have the budget to do it. But if you do, this can go so far. Look at your local competitors, see what they're doing. I'm willing to bet that it wouldn't take a ton of time and energy to show up as one of the most helpful resources for your area. And the great thing is if you write something that is a little bit longer, let's say a blog or an email, you can repurpose that in social media and you can use it over and over again. You can even take pieces and repurpose it elsewhere. So it's super helpful and a really great investment. And the next tip I have for you is to make sure that you start building, growing, and nurturing an email list. Email is still the piece of copy that has the highest ROI. And I believe it's because you're literally in somebody's living room. When they are opening their email, they're ready to receive. It's not like they're scrolling through on social media, and you can have a conversation one-on-one. So it really builds a relationship. I really love emails. They're one of my favorite types of copy. And then my last tip for you is something that I see business owners make the mistake of doing so often, and it's why small businesses really should work with a copywriter. And that is to make sure what you offer and who you help is super clear and right at the top of whatever it is they're interacting with. Remember, clear over clever converts. So it's your job as a copywriter to make sure your client isn't being too flowery in their language or too journally in whatever it is they're putting out there. That's oftentimes what a lot of small business owners do. They forget that all of their copy should be centered around their audience, their customer, their client, right? It should all be focusing on how you can help them and why they want to work with you. So I hope that helps. I know you guys love writing for small businesses because I get questions about it all the time. So keep them coming. I love reading them in the comments. It gives me tons of ideas on what to create next. And of course, if that helped, hit the thumbs up button. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.